Topic of the day. I was disciplined through it all. See, most men break their discipline when life hits. Whether that's discipline with finance, discipline with fitness, discipline in a relationship, behaviors. Most men break their discipline when life hits, which is why so many of us are unhappy and unhealthy because we broke discipline when we needed it the most. My wife left, right? Not a mutual thing. Not I didn't leave. I worked out every single day. Financial ruin, had to restart the business from zero. I worked out every single day. Going through depression, mental health issues, I worked out every single day because I understand the consequence. I understand. I understand what happens if I don't take care of myself because I've already, just like everybody else on this planet, I've already had glimpses of what it will look like if you do not take care of yourself. I've already had glimpses on what it would look like. I was disciplined and I'm not saying it was perfect, right? I'm not saying my discipline was perfect, right? I'm not saying that in any way, shape, or form. I had plenty of days where I self-sabotage. I had plenty of days where I binge ate. I had plenty of days where I binge drank. I had plenty of days where I'm watching corn just to get through. I had plenty of those days, but I stayed disciplined, especially in moving my body. I move my body every single day, regardless of how I feel, because that is the answer. It's just keep moving your body. Keep working out. Keep moving your body. You're not always going to eat right. Keep moving your body. Money is not always going to be good. Keep moving your body. You're not always going to be motivated. Keep moving your body. We cannot avoid every hard season. Keep moving your body. I was disciplined every single day, regardless of how I felt. I moved my body, if nothing else. Worst days ever. I spent plenty of days crying, losing my family, right? Having to restart the business again, going through those, low confidence, right? Scarcity, anxiety. I kept moving my body and I just kept working on myself anyways, regardless of how I felt. I got up and I moved. And I continue to do that every single day, regardless of how I feel. I get up and I move my body. I get up and I work out. I get up and I move regardless of how I feel. The worst stages of my life have happened over the last 2 years. Worst stages of the hardest times I have dealt with as a man, as a human, have happened over the last 2 years. And I worked and moved my body every single day, regardless of how I felt. To me, that's the key. The key is to keep moving your body. The key is motion, right? Which is why I'm walking, which is why I do these discipline walks. The key is motion. You got to keep the body moving because when you stop moving, all of that heaviness that we dealing with, all of the pressure, you can't handle it. That's the key. The key is to keep moving your body. What's good, brother? That was my key. Through the darkest days, through divorce, through depression, through financial ruin, I kept moving. I worked out no matter what. I had the worst days ever, drinking too much, eating too much. I moved every single day. Every day. Very few days off because I could feel what would happen if I stopped moving. I could feel it, right? I could feel it in my spirit like, yo, you going through a really hard time, man. Keep moving. Don't stop. Don't stop the train. Don't stop and let it catch up. Don't stop and let the pain catch up. Don't stop and let the anxiety catch up. Don't stop and let the fear catch up. Like we work out, so many people, you work out because only when you motivated. Now, man, I work out so I could be strong enough to handle the pressure. I work out because of the fear of being stuck and still and letting all that pressure, all the problems just pile up on me. And everybody has a breaking point. Everybody has a breaking point. but I don't want to find my breaking point, right? I'm going to keep pushing the limits so that my breaking point is further and further and further away from its actual core. I moved every single day. I don't get how people don't work out. I don't get how people don't at least go for walks, because you really don't understand, man. You somewhere sitting down and you just letting life pile on you, right? And not only is it piling on you, you're not strong enough to handle it because it's piling on you. And because you're not moving, you're not strengthening yourself. You're not strong enough to handle the pile. What's good, brother? It's too heavy. And this is what I coach and teach and preach every single day. You gotta keep moving your body, even if it's just walking, like I've been doing on my YouTube, right? I've been doing these daily discipline walks because this is what I do every single day to maintain my mental health. I get 15 to 20,000 steps in a day. Not for exercise, because this is something that helps me with my mind, especially when I'm walking outside and getting the sun. I'm not trying to let all of life's problems catch up to me. And it's a lot of problems. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with divorce, dealing with exchanging children, dealing with all of the finances, the tax stuff, all of the things that got split during it, restarting the business. It's a lot of problems. So too many people are sedentary. You sitting down at work all day, and you sitting down at home all day, and you just letting all of life continue to pile on, and you wonder why you are crumbling or you are breaking, because you're not strong enough to handle it. But all you got to do is start moving. That's all you got to do. Just start moving. Start walking, start training, just start moving. That is all you got to do, is start moving, and watch what happens. Watch what happens when you start moving. Watch what happens when you start working out. Stop worrying about the aesthetics. Stop worrying about the scale. Stop worrying about that, man. Yeah, brother. Hey, man, all respect and all love to you, brother. Hardest 2 years of my life. Hardest 2 years of my life. But I'm here. I'm locked in because I keep moving. I work out every day. Whether that's, and again, we make exercise only about the aesthetics. That's what everybody thinks. Right? It's just about the way you look. It's about taking off your shirt. It's about having abs. Let me read it just this. It's about having all that stuff, which is cool, right? That's a part of it if that's what you want it to be. But no, the biggest thing is mental health. The biggest thing is exercise, is therapy. This is movement, right? So when I cannot process my stress and it's just too heavy, I literally go outside and I put on sometimes I don't even put on shoes. I just slip on my sandals and I just go outside. Walk until I feel a little better. Okay, I done calmed down. I done got it out. I done took notes on my phone. And what's crazy is the amount of things that I'm able to do while walking, right? From working, client calls, managing my members, my discipline club members, the business, to watching podcasts, catching up on entertainment, watching Joe Budden, Breakfast Club. Like, I do everything while walking. Everything and anything. But when you stop and all that pressure and you don't move, right? What do you think is happening if you aren't strengthening your body, but the pressure and the responsibilities are getting stronger? So what do you think is happening when you aren't you're not getting stronger, but the pressure is getting deeper, it's getting heavier. The responsibilities, right, are more. So let's say, understand something. I'm gonna give you a prime example. I have 3 kids now. The pressure with each kid, if I didn't get strong enough to be a present and energetic dad, right? Let's just say I didn't take care of myself, right? Had 1 kid, and then I still then had another, right? My pressure and responsibilities are increasing, but my internal and external self is decreasing. The strength of me is decreasing. So this is what happens when people get to the stage. I was at the stage, the pressure, I was there, right? Where did it come from? I wasn't strong enough to handle my battle at that time. That's all it is. I hadn't done enough work to be strong enough to handle the thing. And am I saying that that's the source? In a way, because if you're strong enough to handle it, you're strong enough to handle it. How do you get strong enough to handle it? You work out, you meditate, you put the right things into your body. You do the things that nobody wants to hear. No one wants to hear that. Everyone wants to hear some instant gratifying thing that you can do. There's no instant gratifying thing that you can do. You gotta actually work on yourself because there are going to be seasons in life, right? Think about the major disasters in life, right? Let's say injury or disease, major disaster. Let's say divorce or heartbreak, major disaster. Let's say financial ruin, major disaster, right? And then death, major disaster. So there's 4 major things. These 4 things, most people are going to experience all 4. Actually, everyone is going to experience all 4 at some point, right? Everyone. So we know that there is going to be hard times, no matter who you are, no matter how equipped you are. Something has to go wrong, whether that's directly to you or indirectly, right? Let's say you have a clean bill of health the rest of your life, but there's gonna be people close to you that don't. There's gonna be people close to you that pass away. So we know that there are gonna be all of these seasons, which means you should be training and prepping yourself to be strong enough to navigate through any and every season. That's what working out is. That's what eating right is. I hate how we just look at it as the vain part of it, which looking good is not even vain. That's you actually taking care of the thing that God has blessed you with. You're supposed to do that, right? So that's not even vain. Vain to me is more like that's all that matters. Not, I want to look good because this is my body. Shouldn't I want to look good? Shouldn't you? Yes. But all of these disasters that are going to happen to every last one of us. And if you're watching this, it's already happened to you. You've already experienced grief. You probably lost a loved one. You probably already experienced a heartbreak. You've definitely experienced financial ruin, right? You've already had an injury or disease or something like that that's went wrong or someone close to you. So when we're not taking care of ourselves and things go wrong, then you're not strong enough to handle it. And that's where, I will never understand how people just sit around and you gain all of this weight. And I get it. It's life. It's life. But that's the exact reason why you should be taking care of yourself, because it's life. And it's going to happen. Life is going to happen. There's nothing we can do about that. There's nothing anyone can do about that. Life ain't biased. It don't judge you by the color of your skin. It don't care who you are, your status. Hard things are going to happen to you. And if you don't take care of yourself, it's going to be a lot worse. So that's my message of the day, is keep moving your body. Start walking if you are not walking, and start joining me on my discipline walks if you are not already. Start locking in on my discipline walks every single day. I'm actually going to move them to 9:30 instead of the 9 a.m. time because I'm dropping myself back and forth to school. But that's it for today. Discipline walk. All right. I'm hosting a live 5-day challenge for anybody who is interested. The challenge is tomorrow. If you want in on the challenge, I forgot the text number. I got a number that you can text if you want in. Let me find the number. Give me a second. Let me get this number and I'll send you the number. All right. I just sent it to somebody. It's my business number, but it will enroll you in the challenge. The challenge starts tomorrow, 11 a.m. CST, right? The number that you want to text is, if you're interested, you serious, you really want to fix your weight and your health, you struggling, 307-556-1308. That's the number you text, 307-556-1308. If you want to do my 5-day challenge starting tomorrow, 11 a.m. CST. Let's get it. Y'all have a good weekend, man.